What's going on, guys? This is Mr. DeLorean here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today what I'm going to be doing is breaking down the awesome promo pictures for episode 11 of season 10 of The Walking Dead. Before we do hop into this breakdown, I did want to tell you guys that all the sources for these photos will be linked down below in the description, so you guys go check out all these photos for yourselves because they are very, very cool photos. I think I really highly suggest you guys go check them out for yourselves because you will definitely not be disappointed. But without further ado or any distractions, let's hop right into breaking down these epic images. Now, the first couple of images are Negan talking to Alpha near the lake that we saw in the season 10 episode 11 trailer, like the full trailer that I broke down earlier this week. We could see Negan has Lucille 2.0 in a holster on his back and everything, which does look really cool. We can see that Negan has some black dirt or something around his eyes and everything. It looks like a black eye, but it's not. I think it's some dirt and everything, which, like I mentioned in that breakdown, is what the Whispers usually get after wearing, like, their mask for a while, meaning that he got his mask, which is awesome. Okay, this is in, like, editing and everything in post-production. I completely forgot to mention right here, and we do see Negan and everything. He is holding his Whisper mask and everything, which is really cool. But upon first viewing of these images and everything, which is usually after, like, as soon as I see these images, I usually go right into breaking them down, at least after I read a script. So I didn't notice that and everything, but he does have his, like, Whisper mask in hand and everything, and it looks really cool that he's actually holding it. I can't tell if these pictures are taken or, take place, before or after the battle. I'd assume before the battle. And, I'm assuming they're just talking, some battle plans and everything, some strategy. Also, Alpha's shirt is a little torn or anything near where, like, Dale stabbed her with that branch, which is, cool that they actually kept the continuity up. Definitely some cool images and everything. Negan looks awesome with his eyes blacked out and everything like that. Like, it's that detail, it's that small detail that looks really cool in my opinion. And also with, like, Lucille 2.0 and everything in a holster. The next image is Alpha lighting an arrow on fire near some logs. This is either while they're at, like, the fight at, like, the battle at Hilltop or anything, that massive fight, and she's just lighting another arrow to shoot at Hilltop. Or this could be before the battle and she's just preparing her whispers and everything, which is still cool anyway and everything, and definitely looks like it's near Hilltop in my opinion. Now, this next image is just fucking awesome. We have Negan in his Whisper mask and everything. This is most likely during the firing of the arrows at Hilltop, because I can't see some Whispers in the background or anything aiming and, shooting, like, off their fiery arrows at Hilltop. But Alpha is either handing Negan his bow and arrow and everything, or he already has it, or this is Alpha's bow and arrow. I'm not sure 100%, but this image is, like, fucking awesome, like, either way. This next image is kind of like the previous one, but we have Negan and everything. He's in his Whisper mask looking fucking awesome as usual, and this is clearly during the battle. Like, you can see some red and orange from the fire reflecting off his body, and you can see, like, some Whispers prepping to, like, fire more arrows back at, like, Hilltop. Also, Negan doesn't have his bow, so maybe he refused to fire at, like, Hilltop, or he said, like, he can't shoot. I don't know, but he definitely doesn't have a bow and everything, but, he still does look pretty badass. This next image is our first, like, image of, like, our Hilltoppers fighting. We see Eugene, Rosita, and Aaron. This is clearly during the fight and everything in battle, since you can see, like, people's spears in the background of them and everything, all bloody, obviously from the walkers that are approaching, like, the gates. Also, Eugene and Rosita look like they're running, but to what? Maybe there's a wall about to be, like, a wall is about to be breached or something. I'm not sure. But Eugene does look pretty badass in his armor and everything. Like, he looks pretty bulked up and everything. Like, he looks a lot more muscular than usual and everything. I think he looks like really badass and cool. Now, this next image is actually really scary. We have Aaron, Eugene, and Luke looking at something, and they do look kind of stunned and scared, but we do see the same red and orange reflecting off their, like, bodies and everything off of them as we did with Negan. So could this be them looking at Hilltop as it starts to burn, and this is just after the first, like, fire arrows hit and everything, and Hilltop is starting to, like, go up in, like, flames? I don't know, but it's definitely a possibility. Also, I found this interesting, but Aaron has a sword with him and everything, and the Whisper battle, like, at the Hilltop and everything, like, the same battle is gonna take place in this episode. In the comics, they also use swords. Just thought that was an interesting thing to, like, bring up and point out. In the last and final image, we have Eugene, Rosita, Luke, and we do see a little bit of Dale and everything, a little bit, like, off, like, to the side. But here's the thing, we, like, do see the same orange and red reflections and everything as we did with, like, Negan, those other images, and they all do look stunned and scared, at least the people that we can see. We don't, like, see Daryl's face or anything, but we do see the rest of the people's faces. So this could be the fire starting, like they could all be staring at the fire and everything while they're fighting, and it could be, like, them all being very stunned, scared that, our fucking home is burning down. But I don't know, but this is definitely gonna be an epic battle. So those were all the images and everything. Like I said, I'll make sure to link the images or the source to all the images down below in the description. I have to thank Skybound for the images, because they usually get these images out fairly early and everything, and I wasn't able to cover them earlier and everything because I had, some stuff with school going on and everything, but who gives a shit about that? But yeah, this episode is definitely gonna be one to remember and everything, and one for the books, because there's, like, all these images that we did see and everything. Let's discuss those for a second. Like, seeing Negan, like, transform into like, you know, whisper and everything, which obviously, like, I've been seeing so many things about people saying, oh, is he joining the whispers? No, he's not and everything. He's not joining the whispers. He's doing a really good job at tricking everyone, but at the end of the day, he's not going to join the whispers. He's just putting on an act until he's eventually able to, like, you know, kill Alpha, or at least be a part of it. I'm not sure who's exactly killing Alpha, but I do hope Negan's a part of it somehow. But we do see his awesome transformation into, like, you know, a whisper and everything. We do see, like, the black around his eyes, which does, like I mentioned before, does look fucking awesome. And then we see him with his whisper mask at the Battle of Hilltop and everything, and he does look really, really cool. But yeah, all these images were awesome and everything, and like I said, I highly recommend that you guys go check them out for yourselves and kind of just go through them, you know, glance at them, maybe even point out some stuff that I didn't even see in, like, the pictures. But yeah, those were all the images and everything. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and everything. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more of the stuff in the Walking Dead universe and everything, more updates, news, reviews, and stuff like that. Make sure to leave your opinions down below what you guys did think of these images. Did I miss something in the images and everything? And you guys can point out in the comments. And yep, I'll see you guys later. Peace, my amigos, and peace out.